everyone, and welcome back. So, I wanted to do somewhat of a series the next few episodes focusing on the real life events that were the inspiration for American Horror Story plots. The season I'm going to focus on today is Hotel. Now, this season focuses on quite a few real life events and places, including the murder of Elizabeth Short, the infamous Cecil Hotel, and H.H. Holmes' murder castle. But before we get into it, I would like to thank the sponsor of this episode, CBS All Access. With CBS All Access, you can watch CBS shows on demand, anytime, anywhere, with live TV and next day new episodes. You can watch classic shows like Big Brother or originals like The Good Fight and Star Trek Discovery. Start your 7-day trial by clicking the link below. American Horror Story isn't shy when it comes to referencing real-life events and their plots. And today I want to focus on Season 5, which is also known as Hotel. Now, the reason I wanted to start with this one first is because one of the inspirations for this season was the Cecil Hotel. Now, this hotel had quite the dark history and has actually rebranded to try to get away from this history. I could go on about the entire history of the hotel, but one of the most recent events that happened there was the disappearance of Alyssa Lamb on January 31st, 2013. When it comes to Alyssa Lamb, I feel like the part that is most chilling is the last known footage of her alive. The footage is from a CCTV camera in the hotel elevator. In this video, she looks like she is terrified. She's jumping in and out of the elevator, waving her arms around in the hallway as if she sees something that's not really there. And at the end of the video, before she starts walking down the hallway, she appears to be having a conversation, but no one else is there. Many believe that she was playing what is known to be the elevator game. In this game, you have to go to a bunch of floors in a specific order to get to an alternate universe. However, if you don't follow the instructions exactly, you will either be trapped in the alternate universe, which is the best case scenario, or you will die instantly. The disappearance wasn't the only thing shrouded in mystery when it comes to this case. What's even more confusing is how she was found. On February 19th, just a few weeks after she went missing, guests at the hotel started to complain that the water in their rooms was black and had a funny smell. When the staff went to investigate the cause of this, they discovered the body of Alyssa in the water tower on top of the roof. Now, what makes this so weird is that guests don't have access to the roof, but not only that, if she did end up on the roof somehow, there is no way she would be able to get into the water tower by herself. To this day, no one knows why she was so frantic in her last known moments in the elevator, or how she ended up in the water tower. Her death was one that still baffles everyone to this day. You might not know this, but most people think that the Cecil Hotel is the only inspiration for a location. But in fact, the World's Fair Hotel built by H.H. Holmes, also known as the Murder Castle, is what inspired all of the secret rooms and trapdoors in American Horror Story's Hotel Cortez. Holmes built the multi-purpose building with the intent to murder guests in the hotel portion. Holmes was born as Herman Webster Mudgett and went by many aliases, but is best known as H.H. Holmes. Not only was he a serial killer, but was known also as a con artist and subject of more than 50 lawsuits in Chicago alone. Although the number of confirmed victims is 9, he confessed to killing 27, but it is believed that the number is more than 200. The last case that I want to talk about from this season is the murder of Elizabeth Short. Most people don't know Elizabeth by her name, but instead the Black Dahlia. Now, Elizabeth didn't have a big role in the show, she was mostly a side character, but she was one of the most highly publicized cases in the country. Elizabeth was an aspiring actress who was living in LA at the time of her murder. On the morning of January 15, 1947, Short's body was found in a vacant lot, severely mutilated and severed in half. Although there have been many suspects and theories, her case remains unsolved to this day. American Horror Story is known for using real-life events to inspire their storylines. Some people argue that it does a disservice to the actual cases because they add their own fictional plot, while others think it brings the cases back to the forefront. But let me know what your opinion is in the comments. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and next week I'm going to talk about the events that inspired Season 3, better known as Coven. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to support the channel and podcasts, You can visit my website, which will also be linked in the description below, where you can donate or purchase any of my products. I hope you all have a nice day, and thank you for tuning in.